Oh, I think the DoorDash app is making a mess. Just now, I picked up a stacked order for $8 for 2 miles. It's a Subway and I can't remember what the other one was. Maybe a Little Caesars. And I accepted it, but the accept didn't take, and it popped up again, so I hit accept. It popped up 4 times. I hit accept all 4 times, and then it went away.
The Silver Dasher.
Morning. It's Thursday. Getting ready to do the morning spark. And I have a very interesting offer this morning. It did not come at 5:45. It came at almost at 5:30. It says shopping Walmart, and like just over $25 for 14 miles. It's very few items, and they're all fishing lures. So that's a surprise. I got this offer, and it said it was for me. It said just for you. So, and I told you, getting a morning shop is it's almost guaranteed, but if getting a second one is very rare. So with these 11 items, it says it only takes 17 minutes to shop. Of course, it's 45-minute, it's because I got to drive 30 minutes out and 30 minutes back. But, well, strange. But then also had earlier, right before that, a Home Depot offer, which was terrible. I don't know why Home Depot even offered it. Is anybody taking those? Granted, somebody brand new like I was, get started. I don't know if Home Depot trips through Spark count for any metrics, but yeah. So it's a little misty this morning, and sure enough, I saw this coming Monday we're going to have another ice event. So temperature's going to be down in the 20s. Yeah, this is. I think this is going to be the. I've always talked about there's always going to be one major winter event before spring comes, and I think this is it. So anyway, heading toward Walmart. Let's see if I do this legitimate. If this is a legitimate shopping, and if I can get this done quickly, hopefully I can come back and pick up another shopping. If not, we'll do DoorDash later on this afternoon. So, on to Walmart we go. See you in a little bit. Well, dropped off that shopping. It was all fishing gear, unfortunately. The insulated bucket and the fishing cage, the basket, was not available, and one of the lures that he wanted was not had to substitute. So I'm out here in Talladega, right? And they sent instructions after I says, please go leave on the front porch of new home behind tiny home. So I see the tiny home go around, and it's a beautiful home. Oh my God. There's a nice Mercedes parked out in front, and they have a huge glass door, glass entry, and you can see inside, unfortunately, and it looks in there. It looks like there's a huge stairway goes down, I guess, to lake level, because it's right on the lake or river. And beautiful home. It's brand new built. They still got fresh sod. But yeah, it's you can see inside the living room and the open kitchen. So yeah, my dash cam keeps going out on me. That's the memory card. I think the memory card may be going bad. I have to use a special memory card. It's supposed to be, good for, a little bit more heat resistant. But yeah, this is twice this morning that's gone out. So anyway, yeah, very nice. As you can tell from the time change that we've had, we're back in darkness, but what makes it worse, it's overcast, a little bit of rain, and it's damn cold again. I had to put my jacket back on. So yeah, it's it's 45. What? Our friends up north, 45, man, that's summer for us. But yeah, but as soon as I started driving out, I picked up another small shopping, like $18 for 9 miles. I'm heading back. So yeah, like I said, it's very rare for me to have a second shopping. I was hoping that I would get second shopping based on how quick this shopping. But I still feel bad that I couldn't find. But Walmart, damn, yeah, go ahead and pass me on this single road, country road, idiot. And I'm happy to go on the speed limit. Yeah, I'm out here in the country, but yeah, but our Pellsey Walmart, their fishing equipment is decimated. There's hardly anything there. Don't know why, but yeah, but it's been dark and dreary, and everybody's passing me. A lot of traffic coming from the opposite direction because everybody's coming in for work or something like that. So anyhow, so let's head back to Walmart and let's do that second shopping. Hopefully I had a little bit more success with finding the items. So let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, that second shopping is a brand new Walmart Spark repeat customer. I knocked on the door. Technically, I reread the contract. I'm supposed to knock on the door. So that's what I did, and they came out, and I said hi to them. Told them it was a little bit wet this time from the last time I was here. But yeah, so yeah, getting a second shopping very rare in the morning here. So, but things are still red. Well, let me do this real quick. Let me update the app. Nope, no longer red. So anyway, so yeah, second shopping. I'm over here. If you're familiar with the area, I'm up in the mountaintop near Chula Vista. So I'm west of the city, but it is. I'm only like one exit away from where I live, so I'm closer to home than I was before. So yeah, it is cold. It's 45 now, especially since yesterday it was 85. And so yeah, that was this is a difference. I think I told you come Monday I think it's part of the cold front that's coming in. We're going to be below freezing again for a few days. So, and then it's supposed to be getting warmer again. So this coming weekend and Monday, I think this is the last gasp of winter. But it's exactly, I saw a Facebook post today of this recording from the local weatherman. You probably know him. If you know him, James Spann, respect the Polygon guy. If you ever see him in his shirt, if you see him take his jacket off and have his suspenders on, things are about to go down. things about to hit the fan. But he posted, it was exactly on this day in 1993, we had the blizzard that had over 6 inches, close to 12 inches in the Birmingham area. Yeah, I wasn't even married the first time. But yeah, that shut down the city. Blizzard of 93. Yeah, ancient history. But it's that time of year. It's always been March, that one last hurrah of winter. So anyhow, so it's kind of stopped drizzling. Clouds are starting to break up a little bit. Hopefully it's not raining when I'm getting ready, when I do DoorDash this afternoon. So anyhow, so let's head back towards home. Maybe by some miracle I get another shopping. So I doubt it. So anyway, let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Welcome back. Time to start the dash. Got my jacket on because it's cold. But at least it has stopped raining. Looking at the DoorDash app, it's back to having the scrolling hot zone feature. So yeah, I don't know why they keep changing, going it back. So we'll see what happens. Had a decent spark this morning. Got two shoppings. Yeah, and it was cloudy and rainy this morning, but now it's very cloudy, but it's not really overcast, and it's just looks like it's gonna be a nice day, but a little cold. Like I said, we had lots of rain last night, and it's just one of those typical things, when changing the season. So anyway, so let's head over to a base of operations, which is Cracker Barrel. According to this, it is a hot zone area. So let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, I just picked up my first order. Now, it is slightly underwater, but it's a stacked order. Jersey Mike's and Home Depot, but it's almost $15 for 20 miles. Heck, $15, that can make up for like 3 deliveries here. So it's making me go to Jersey Mike's first, because I was near to Home Depot. So yeah, when I saw, but it's almost $14.53 for 20 miles.
Sign and take your next left onto Little John Drive, Bond Lane.
So that's what I'm gonna do. So like I said, you butthole guy changes direction. He was going to turn. I was getting ready to pull out, but then he changed the lane and pulls out in front of me. So almost had an accident. So anyway, so let's go to Jersey Mike's first, and then Home Depot, and then the customer. Well, it looks like two drop-offs, but they're right next to each other. So anyway, and then hopefully we pick up something on the way back. So see you in a little bit. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I just made the Home Depot drop off. I'm out here in Owenville. In fact, I'm on top of a mountain. I've been here before. I made a couple DoorDash deliveries up here before. So what I like about it, it's right on the top edge of a mountain. The houses on this side overlook the valley and look onto the other mountain. And but I'm in Owenville, so I got to work my way back. And the first drop off, the actual Jersey Mike's, was at Jeff State to a new repeat customer. The first time I came up there, I don't know if you remember, it was one of those that he was the customer was already out and about in front of the school, so I went and gave it to him, took a picture, but the app would not take the pictures. One of those, you got show the door number. So I had to go inside, go where his office door is, and take a picture of the door. This time he was in his office, so I was able to deliver it to him without no issue. So yeah, so new repeat DoorDash customer. So now I'm working my way back, heading back down this road. This is the road that, if y'all remember, some of my very first DoorDash deliveries outside of food delivery was Walgreens, where I took these underlayment pads to what I call the sad place. And in fact, I made a short about it. It's a gentleman that lives in a rundown mobile home in the middle of the woods. Come to find out, Walgreens says that's a monthly order for him, which is 10 packs of 30. So that's 300 underlimit pads. What it is, it's for people. It's for pads to collect, not to be gross, but bodily fluids on beds and so on. When my mom was recovering from the hospital and she was bedridden at home, I had to get underlayments also, for just in case for accidents and stuff like that. So anyway, but they said later on, in fact, I delivered it to that place twice. Later on, I talked to the employees at Walgreens, and they said, yeah, that person once a month gets an order. And so, yeah, in fact, there it is. I'm just passing it right there. So, yeah, sad place. I said, pray for that gentleman. So, anyhow, working my way back. Still, I'm slightly out of zone. I'm in the far northwest corner of the zone. Remember, my zone's 100 square miles. So this is going to be, it's another 50 miles. So from this corner all the way to the other end of the zone, it's over 50 miles. So it's a big zone. And everything's all the restaurants are concentrated in Bell City. So anyhow, I'm going to work my way back into zone. Maybe I'll pick up an order here out in Oldville. It's happened before. There's a couple places that do DoorDash. There's the Mapco gas station and Wings and Tacos. Picked up Wings and Tacos a couple times. So, and there's a Jack's there. So there's three places here in Odenville that will do DoorDash. So anyway, so let's head back. Hopefully we pick up an order real soon, and then we'll see you in a little bit. Well, as I make my way back into town, I took a small, slightly overwater Walgreens. A little over $4 for over 3 miles. So yeah, it's something. So let's head to Walgreens. Oh man, traffic's heavy today. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I just delivered at Walgreens. It was for one item. It was water-based lubricating jelly from the sexual wellness section. So, yeah, a little eye-popping, but, nothing embarrasses me. Walmart Spark I've done, and other drugstores I've done. Pads, tampons, other feminine products, infection cream, pregnancy tests, tons of pregnancy tests, you name it, I've had to shop for it. Pads, poise pads, and Depends. All of it. Nothing embarrasses me anymore. So, one thing, I haven't done condoms yet. Yeah, well, a subject to talk about. So, all right. So, well, I'm back in town. So let's head to base. See if we can pick up another order. See in a little bit. Oh, I think the DoorDash app is making a mess. I just accepted, or earlier, I don't think I've recorded, a Crystals order. It said it was for lower $4 for 9 miles, but I looked at the map, and Crystals was right here, and the destination was right here. But it had you going all the way out to the next interstate exit and come back. And so I took a chance. Sure enough, went to Crystals, and then I drove 1 mile over to the dock in the box. And so just now, I picked up a stacked order for $8 for 2 miles. It's a Subway and I can't remember what the other one was. Maybe a Little Caesars. And I accepted it, but the accept didn't take, and it popped up again, so I hit accept. It popped up 4 times. I hit accept all 4 times, and then it went away, and then it said, oh, then it started it. App is really, DoorDash app is really behaving really weird right now. So anyway, heading to Subway, and then the next stop, and then to the customers. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I finished delivering that stack order, and the second drop off, the Subway, is a brand new repeat customer for DoorDash. And the first one, which was the Little Caesars, was it may be a repeat customer, but it was apartment complex I've been to many times. I've been to many apartments there. So yeah, yeah. The app is really behaving strangely. Really, really strange, you know. Telling me that my thing is 10 miles, it was actually 2 miles. Somehow the route sent me all the way up to the next exit on the interstate and come back. That one was weird. When I recognized when the two, you know, the pickup and the drop off symbols, you know, pick up the restaurant and drop off the house, they were practically right next to each other. And then I saw on the little map, the line went way out, and I said, nah, that doesn't look right. So the gamble paid. That was like just over $4 for 1 mile, really. And then I picked up this stacked order. I accepted it. It was like $8 for 2 miles, and then I accepted it, and then of course it went up, but it never brought up the information, and it popped up again, new offer, no offer. But the timer didn't reset. It was actually going down, and it popped up 4 times. So I thought it was going to automatically decline it for me because I didn't accept. But when the timer went down, it popped up as for me to deliver. So that's strange. I've never seen that happen before. This is back-to-back orders that this thing messed up on. So I don't know. So anyway, so I'm going to head back to base, which is Cracker Barrel. It says it's still a hot zone. So have to see what happens. See if we have any more screw ups with the app. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I just took a slightly underwater Huddle house. Almost $10, 13 miles. But you know, that's almost $10. It's that's like two offers that I usually get for one. So, but the problem is I gotta make a U-turn all the way around. And this guy's got his front end stuck out. So, anyway, it's been a long time since I've been to the Huddle house. So we'll see what happens. So on the Huddle house and then the customer. See you in a little bit.
Have a good day.
You're not going to believe it. I just delivered to a customer. This is my third time here. So it's a repeat customer, but a little infamous. This is the customer I was delivering to when I first got pulled over by the police and got a speeding ticket. So I've come back to the scene of the crime twice now. And so I've been traveling the speed limit. Well, I'm out here in Lincoln, enemy territory, and I just picked up a Popeyes order, which is over across the interstate, and then I got to come back this way because I just passed the house that I'm delivering to. So while I'm out here, just drive a couple extra miles and get a little extra payment. So, oh gosh, let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off the Bojangles to the same retirement home over here in Lincoln. I've been here once before. And just as I finished dropping it off, picked up a Taco Bell order. You know, the Taco Bell, they totally ignores me all the time. Yeah, since I'm out here, you know, start picking up these orders and make deliveries out here while I'm out here. So, yeah. Let's see if this is the third time that I've been here since that video I made about the Taco Bell ignoring me. The second time they were a little quicker. Let's see how quick they are today. So, let's go to Taco Bell here in Lincoln and then to the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just logged that Taco Bell. Taco Bell in Lincoln didn't disappoint. Took them forever to get my order done, but it was a big bag. But then I was standing there, and there was a guy standing next to me, and I made the comment, "Boy, it looks like they need some help." So I've been standing here 5 minutes, and they even looked at me. Gee, I wonder what happens if you're constantly ignoring customers. So that guy got pissed off and left. And I told him. So anyhow, I'm now going the back way. I'm actually on a road that will take me to the southern end. In fact, I've been here before because there's a school that I delivered DoorDash before. I think, yeah, Stanley Road, that's the elementary school. I delivered there before. But I came from that direction. So I'm going this way. This road will eventually take me to the intersection. Then when I turn right, I'm on the Gauntlet Road. So basically, I made one huge big circle coming out the Lincoln. So not too bad. I made a couple deliveries out here in Lincoln, and now that I've finished that, now I'm working my way back this way so I can run the Gauntlet. So not too bad. Now it's gotten warm now. It's warmer, I should say. It's 60 degrees. So as soon as I get a chance, I'm going to take the jacket off. But it was cold and wet all morning, especially during the Spark. So yeah. All right. So heading back to town, viewed the Gauntlet, and let's see what happens. See you in a little bit. Well, I'm home. I went ahead and ended the dash early around, it was 10 to 3. I've been in town, wasn't getting anything, so I decided to go ahead and end it early. Had to stop by Home Depot where I just did a DoorDash earlier today. Had to get a water filter for our refrigerator. My wife keeps saying, it's 15 days past due. So, okay. And so, yeah. Yeah, this was a, strange day. In fact, that because the app kept twice messed up on me, but I did okay, slightly better than yesterday, or Tuesday, I should say. Yeah. So let's go over what happened this morning on the Spark. For Spark, got 2 shopping, surprise. So for the Spark today, the confirmed earnings is $35.82, with the unconfirmed tips at $7.73. So, if I get the tips, that's over $40. So not too bad, not too bad. You remember, I do morning Sparks now to replace the morning breakfast dashes I did. I wound up that on average, I make more money doing the guaranteed shopping Spark in the morning than I do breakfast dash. So now back to the dashes. Like I said, it's not too bad. I made for the lunch dash today, I made $56.63. Had 7 offers and 9 deliveries because there were 2. Those were stacked. Yeah, there were just I took those slightly big but slightly under orders. The first one was over $14, and that last one was almost $9. So that helped a lot. Plus, then I had the Huddle House for $9. So yeah, so 7 hours, 9 deliveries for a total dash time of 4 hours and 4 minutes. So with the 56 and almost 40, I've almost made $100 today. I do gig work 5 days a week. I remember when I first started, if I made $300 a day, I was having $350. I was ecstatic. Now with the combination of Spark and DoorDash, if I can average, $100 a day, so for 5 days, if I make over $500 for the week, I'm pretty happy, and that's $2,000 a month. So that definitely pays, my car payment, gas, other expenses. Still have some money over to help pay for some towards these bills that we got. So yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So yeah. Wife's working a little bit late today. She's doing some training, so I'm going to fend for myself this evening. I'm going to do this one more time tomorrow. We're going to Spark in the morning and dash in the afternoon. Then I'm going to take Saturday off, and then we Spark all day Sunday. So, not much. Didn't run into any wild animals today. in 1 week, I've encountered 2 groundhogs. And earlier, you may not have seen the pictures, but I also encountered in the same spot as the second groundhog, an alligator turtle or a snapping turtle. He was big. He was mean looking too. So anyhow, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please select like. If you enjoy what I'm doing with the channel, I urge you to subscribe to the channel. I also urge you to subscribe to the membership club so you can see the extra content, the extra pictures, and mainly for the weekly recap that I do. I post on Mondays. I go over the past week, highlight some information, plus I get some information that you may not seen or heard. Also go over the numbers, how much I made, some of the expenses that I do count, and the miles that I do. And so I calculate, how much I made an hour. So that's all for club members, and those videos come out on Monday. So, and if you're interested in the equipment I use, all the way from the straws for DoorDashing, the bags for Door, including the bags for Spark and the equipment that I use for YouTube. Check out the links to Amazon. Also on my store, I have links for the clothing that I wear, and I have t-shirts and other equipment for sale. So check it out. So anyhow, well, that's going to be it for today. And it got warm. It was cold and wet this morning. It's going to be cold starting the first few days of next week. So I hope you enjoyed the rest of your evening, and we will do this again tomorrow. So we will talk to you later.